our language of luxury today, luxury real estate, social media programs. And this is kind of a very basic step-by-step guide, how to start your social media program. So what we're going to be talking about today are the steps. Come on in.
Over there.
All right. And the first is the objectives of our social media program. Now, this is an interactive class. You guys got questions, comments, make certain that you go ahead and bring them up, because no one of us is going to be as smart as all of us on this. But one of the biggest things is we want to increase our brand awareness. Of course, we want to generate lead. We want to engage with high net worth clients and become their trusted source for real estate. Any other options you guys are looking for your objectives of your social media program? What would that look like?
I don't have a problem with those.
All right. The next thing is describe your ideal luxury real estate client. And this could be age, interest, net worth, professional, or the investor, or the high paid W-2 person, social. I mean, what types of things do they like to do? Like play tennis, go to the symphony, golf, do charity work, and their personality type. And the reason we're saying to do this is because if you do social media and it's at broad base, you're not going to attract anybody. Okay, you're going to be like Walmart. You're just going to kind of blend in, and you want to be more like a Saks Fifth Avenue, okay, or Tiffany's. So you need to get real pointed as far as what you're trying to target on that. That's why I put down age is kind of an odd one, but again, my age is going to be different than Jacob's age as far as what you attract there. So again, keep that in mind. And if it is something that you want to make that more open, and how do you do that? What type of functions or what type of posts are you going to do, which is going to attract all those different types. And the interest is the same thing. If you have different interests, like I like going to the symphony, then that's something that I'm going to put on my social media page. Okay.
That also determine where you post things.
We're going to talk about that too. But again, it could be across the board. It could be LinkedIn to show, you do other things besides business. LinkedIn is going to be more of your business type announcements and stuff. But if it's Instagram, TikTok, Linda Baker down in Atlanta, she used to be a Keller agent, but she's with a private firm down there now. She just blows it up on TikTok. And she talks about, one is about real estate, and she tells you about all her real estate experience. One, when she sold the wrong house. So they looked at two on the same street. This is when she first got started. And they're going by, says, "This isn't the house." He goes, "No, this is the house you bought." Luckily, the guy was cool with it. So,
Wow.
Oh my gosh. I've been doing real estate that long and lose my license. But she's very real, very authentic, very straightforward with, how she sets up. And then she has another portion in TikTok where she talks about more personal life, like, her dating, her son, different things of that nature. Okay, so again, you can separate those two as far as what that channel is going to look like. You've got Ken Politzik down in Orlando, does a great job on YouTube. And what he does is he actually checks his YouTube and says, okay, what are people going on to YouTube? And when they type in Orlando, what comes up? What's the number one thing that they're asking for? And then you start doing videos on it. So then you start developing following that way. And we're going to talk about the other aspects, the follow-up part. And then you got another person on Facebook, like Nikki Klein. She used to be with KW, and now she's with EXP, but she has over 30 Facebook pages. Facebook actually has her come to their meetings when they get ready to do releases for her to critique them and say, what are we going to run into? And on all 30 of those Facebook pages, she has admin turmoil.
Oh.
But there's no other realtors on any of those Facebook pages. And some talks about being a mom.
Mm-hmm.
Some talk about being a single mom. Some talk about professional. Some talk about gardening. Some talk about running that she was. And she's just a great person. She's got this frizzy hair and British accent, which just endears you to her.
Hmm.
So she does a lot of speaking on mindset too. Just great individual though. But those are kind of things that you want to take a look as far as what you want to do. And then we've got Nicole Gary. She's a Keller Williams agent out of New York City. Does a lot of high rises and condos and stuff. And she will post different things about her going around New York. We've got a lot when she's viewing the high rises and stuff on her, she just recently listed a $49 million townhome for her $4 million condos and stuff she's got there. So she does that. You got Jeff Yarborough, Keller Williams agent out of Beverly Hills. He'll post stuff on his French Bulldogs. Also, you know, what he eats, but also a lot on real estate. And he's one of our Keller Williams luxury ambassadors too. But he does a great job. And you got Jeanette Spinelli. She does a nice job on Facebook, and she has it systematized because she looks at it strictly as a business. And she does a great job on that, and also posting different things like the flip book for the certified marketing luxury specialist. So that you're always seeing she's on there. She also is listed on CNBC sometimes for being interviewed about the real estate market. So you've got all these different platforms that you can use and be very successful at. So it really is, first you have to describe what you want to look at and try to tie some of your interest in with what you're going to be attracting to. If it's cooking, nothing wrong with that, okay? But take a look at that. Like Cece, yours would gotta be divine.
Yeah, I mean, I just try to be as authentic with my life, so.
And again, I would be super critical on some things and tell them, hey, I hate this and this is why.
Yeah.
Because if people disagree with you, that it's an interaction, but that's exactly what you want. Because you're gonna find common ground on things. What's your name?
Mandy,
Mandy?
yes,
Good to meet you.
nice to meet you too.
I'm Wes.
Hi.
Okay. Also, if it's tennis, Paula Heingardner, top agent here, top luxury agent in the Southeast region for, I want to say the last 4 years. She does a lot of tennis. So she does a lot of networking around tennis. She'll post things about tennis. She also posts a lot of different things about her property she lists. And also, you know, how she goes to market with taking care of her luxury client. So again, all those are different things that you can do in your personality types. This is really special. This is like your DISC survey. You're not familiar with the DISC survey, read up on it. But if it's a D, it's a high directive person, likes to get things done really fast. It's an I, where they like to talk a lot, then you have to be a good listener. If it's an S, somebody wants to feel safe and secure. They're gonna require a little more talk, a little more reassurance, and you're gonna have to show more baby pictures and pictures of the kids, stuff like that. And if it's a C, it's all numbers. So think about, you know, the different personality types and what's your ideal person. And I say, well, that doesn't matter, but it will. Because if you're a high I and you're dealing with high I, you're gonna have to modify your behavior or they get to talk more. That makes sense. Next one is present data on the luxury real estate market for market analysis. And what you want to do here is look at your days on market, active listings, sold price versus list price, pending, and the average price points. Are we up or down from last year? Kurt gave a real quick sheet yesterday of the whole market. But when you break it down to $1 million and up in Davidson and Williamson County, our listings are flat for last year. Our price point is up 3%. And then our sale price to list price is down 5%. So by having and being armed with that information, you're able to go in and have a good conversation when you go to listing appointment. The other thing is hit the broker open houses, because you need to see what's going on in the market, including new builds. New builds are 26% of sales. So it's something that you really want to get to know that, and builders are making great deals. Like over at Colony Estates, the luxury on, well, I'll say Church Street, but right there, Clover Church. That one, they're willing to make some big deals right there.
Sally, or sale, Bailey, down there, right next to that.
Yeah.
They're doing the same thing.
They'll discount their $1.5 million homes on $200,000 right now because they need to get some under contract. And the reason for that is you look at the builder, he's going to have to take those construction loans for the houses and roll it into long-term loans, and they don't want to do that. So that's going to make a big difference.
So you said broker open houses, is that different than a regular open house?
Yeah, these are just for brokers.
So is there a place that we can find out where those are?
A couple of different things, and just keep an eye. You're going to get emails sent out to you if you guys haven't already. From,
If you just go to a couple of
Marcus.
houses and you give people your cards, they'll start getting.
Yeah.
Oh, like, I see, okay.
I get invited to like them.
I mean, I get emails that say open houses, but I don't remember seeing anything that said.
Yeah, some of these broker open houses, there's 3 like going on today. One's going over on the road, Jan is going to, Janie was going to 2 others, and I can't remember the location. But they were over in Franklin area there. But again, those will help you keep up as far as what's going on in the luxury market. So when you do your comps with them, you can actually get feedback and say, well, I went to see this one last month, it's still on the market. It's similar or it's different, and I thought they should do this. I saw another one that's already under contract, and they did do this. So that's why it's important to go, because you need to know that market, because you need to be the resource. And then also highlighting trends or opportunities. The market's still strong between 1 million and 2 million. When you get over that amount, we've seen it slow down drastically. And that's because those high net worth individuals on that part of it. Here, you're still probably doing some mortgages. It could be a jumbo loan. But after that, they're sitting there saying, well, we got to pay cash for it. And I'm looking at it for an investment opportunity. And I don't see this going up in the next year and a half, because they're looking at this market to stay the same for the next 18 months. And it may not be what you want to hear, but that's really the truth of the situation. So if that's the case, they're saying, why would I sell this home and invest in that? I mean, I'm not going to gain anything. I could put my money someplace else. So they're just going to stay put in. But those type of trends will make a difference. Also, as you post different things on social media, you're going to get people reacting to that too. And that way you get some more information too. The other thing is your competitive analysis. Identify who your key competitors are. When you've got Luxury Homes of Tennessee, the Paul Eingartner Group, the Gabrielle Leary Group, Josh Anderson, Donna Bannister here in the office. Jane Campbell's also in the office. Alex Brando's out in Music City, and he's our luxury ambassador for the Tennessee area. You've also got these other ones right here. He's also out of the Music City. Erin Kruger, she has a great team, and she's been in business for a long time. She does good things. T and Dream Properties is also out of this office. And why you want to identify these is what are they offering. Some people say, well, we're going to give you a staging allowance up to the percentage of whatever we're going to sell house for. Other ones, their marketing budget will be based on whatever that is. And that stage and repair could involve landscaping. It could involve light modeling. It could involve just maintenance. It could involve taking stuff out, storing the furniture, their furniture, and putting new furniture in. So you want to know what you're competing against. It could mean that they're not doing anything on that, but they have a huge internet presence. Like on Nicole Gary, she actually dedicated a website to that $49 million condo. And it was very chic, where you can click on the floor because there was 5 floors to it, and it would bring in the floor plan, but it was seamless. It didn't look like it changed anything. And then you could just go down a little bit and see all the pictures of that floor. And you go on the second floor, same kind of thing. So it didn't look like you were opening the page each time. And then she still had a place where to contact her, and it still had the image of her own website, which was really cool. So there's a lot of different things in technology that you can do also. And then another thing is do the offered voiceover. When they do a video walkthrough, it's just like someone taking a tour. And those are big things too. And a lot of times they don't. It's just, some music in the background. If you're offering something extra, you want something that's going to differentiate you, because they want that to feel special, especially if it's an eye that you're dealing with, because it's all about their listing. But by having a SWOT sheet on these folks right here, where you're looking at strengths and weaknesses, then you are better apt to, when you know you're competing against somebody, to bring out your strengths versus theirs. Another thing is which social media platforms and why. And you see we've got tons of Facebook, Twitter, which is now called X, TikTok, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, even Pinterest can get there. If there's going to be a preference, which one would you choose, Cece?
Instagram.
Okay, why is that?
I think it has the most, for me, capabilities. When I can get out there, my reach is a lot bigger. But I use several of them consistently, and they feed each other. So, like, if I post to Instagram, it also goes to Facebook. If I post to Pinterest, I usually share it on Facebook and Instagram.
So you're using 3 of them.
Yeah, I mean,
Minimum.
I use LinkedIn, I occasionally use YouTube, I don't use Twitter, and I won't touch TikTok.
Okay.
Agreed.
Darn Chinese.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's how
Do you have
in
children?
Montana.
I do.
Yeah, same.
No.
That's why, I know, same.
Okay. What about you?
I'm usually Instagram, I'm same, it's connected to my Facebook, so whatever I post on Instagram goes to Facebook. I know Pinterest is getting in there, it's weird, I've done Pinterest for probably 14 years now, but it was never for anything other than recipes and crafting. That's what I keep hearing now, now it's another thing you get to make sure your children don't have, because it also can turn bad, but I haven't done anything other, like, business wise with Pinterest. I hate YouTube, I don't do Twitter, so yeah.
I didn't even know
Instagram,
it was called X now.
yeah, Instagram and Facebook is usually is what I use.
Okay.
I'm gonna be the opposite. TikTok actually has the lowest threshold to get a viral video. You'll need your first 200 views have to have at least 50% retention rate for it to, I think it's 5x or 6x the amount of views it's putting out per hour. So technically, by statistics, TikTok would make you the most viral the fastest.
Sure.
So that's why I would do that one.
I'm old school. I do Facebook. I mean, connected to Instagram, but I can't seem to get Instagram to work right for me. I am not smart enough. I know. I've been in a couple of Keats classes. I mean, they keep doing classes on it. And I'm like, okay, I'll try again. And I spend all day trying to figure out how to do what bus. So I'm just not technically savvy
I'm not
at
either.
anything. And
One of
so,
the things to remember is that anytime you do something new, it gets uncomfortable.
yeah.
First time you rode a bike. Okay, it's
Yeah.
probably really uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Okay.
I get that. And so I keep trying. I just, Facebook is the one I've been doing
Yeah,
Facebook
it's
for
easier,
years.
yeah.
It's easy.
I think it's age too. I
yeah,
think age has a lot to do with it. Like, by the time my kids are, it'll be something else probably, but they would probably be like, why would I do Instagram, Mom? Of course I'm gonna do
Right.
TikTok. I mean,
Right.
it's just, that has a lot to do with it. Back to,
Who is your ideal
Mhm.
client?
yeah, right.
Right.
Who
Yeah, and my
are-
Facebook is connected to my Instagram, so they do talk to each other, or at least they supposedly do.
If you post on Facebook, will it post on Instagram, or does
You
it?
can send it, you can tell it.
You can tell it too.
You can, okay, cause
Yeah.
I just do it the other way. I do Instagram and Facebook,
Yeah.
but if you're posting on Facebook and it goes to Instagram, then you're fine.
Yeah.
Supposedly.
Yeah, so I have a business page with Facebook, and then I have
Yes.
my personal page, so my Instagram automatically posts to my personal Facebook, but if I post to my business Facebook, it posts to Instagram, so it's. You
Yeah.
can like set it however you want to.
Yeah.
It sounds like it'd be really cool to have a one time where you just go through and put down the strengths of each one.
Yeah.
Because by having that, you can really access, oh, well, this is my ideal client, they're gonna be most likely here. And that's what I'm supposed to do.
Well, and with Pinterest too, like, and obviously I talk the design world, but, when you have a client who can't visualize what something can be, it's pretty really good for them. So just, you can pull like someone's Pinterest and you can pin all their pins, nobody cares.
Mhm.
And save it to their own and then share that with them. And it looks like you did a lot, but you took 5 minutes and repinned. So.
Yeah.
Cheating, but
Yeah, I do the same thing with Pinterest. I go on and look at stuff, but I've never put anything on it.
yeah, so, yeah.
You gotta remember real estate, we do a lot of R&D here.
Yeah.
It's called rip off and duplicate.
Yeah, that's what I did when I was teaching too.
Yeah.
Really good at that when I was teaching.
Google lesson plan.
Uh-huh.
Now, when we consider your ideal client, think about their lifestyle, what's that look like? Is it someone that has a second home? If it is, then all right, maybe I need to talk also about referral opportunities that I can fix up for. If you're looking to buy something here and also down in Destin, which everybody in Franklin goes down there in spring break, you see all the Tennessee Williamson County license plates down there. So that may be
Find all
something
your
where
friends.
you get a referral partner down there. and say,
Refer to me, I'm down there too.
Yeah.
Okay, but again, what's their lifestyle look like? Do they like to do both? Okay, if they do, then, that's something I may want to sit there and put a post about. All right, or maybe I do some type of giveaway or something about that. Doesn't have to be a boat giveaway, but it can be some other items around that. Also, your property showcase. when you're showcasing properties, when you go preview a home, you do a broker open house, you should be doing some type of live or filming that to show your real estate and you're earning high net worth or high net worth individuals home.
Do you talk while you do that or just video as you're walking through?
You don't have to show yourself. You don't
Yeah.
have to do that.
Yeah, but I mean, as I'm
They don't
walking
want to
through,
see you, they want to
right.
see a house.
right, but
Either
so
way.
I'm walking through,
You- I mean,
do I
talk
say,
about
here's the kitchen, it has, you know, granite countertops
Some
and,
things you love about it, okay?
yeah.
Yeah,
But
I
more
wouldn't like
anything
narrate
else.
the whole thing. No.
Okay.
And the thing that's fun, well, that's in stories. I'm a big fan of stories because then you, if you didn't want to talk or you forgot something, you can do pop-ups.
Yeah.
Like granite countertop, whatever it pops up, which is again for people that are just looking, you know, and then the next story shows the living room and another pop-up of the balcony or, you know, whatever, but
The gas
That's
fireplace or.
right.
Mhm.
What I like to
Stories
do
are
is
fun.
deal with emotions and say, just imagine you, your family and friends sitting around the fire pit out this great patio area. Wouldn't that be great? Everybody's gonna wanna come back to see you again, okay? Or won't the kids have a great time in this movie room? Because now you're painting a dream as far as why they want that. Rather than saying, check out this great movie room, right?
Yeah.
When you're actually associating with something that they like, or that they want, and everybody wants relationships.
Yeah.
Okay, everybody wants that peace and solitude. Can you imagine having a morning coffee on this Juliet balcony? You know, just jump out of bed, go out here and watch the sunrise. I mean, those kind of things, when you go, oh, yeah. Because you're painting pictures, and you think about movies that you watch too. Everybody loves movies that paint a bigger picture than just what's happening right there. Even though guys like to see things blow up. The other one is advising your clients during those, and you could tell them, says, you know, right now, this is a great time to buy, or this would be an investment property. We could take a look as far as what the ROI or the cap rate would be on it. Give me a call if you want some more information on that. Okay, market news, talking about that too. And it could just be, you know, what are interest rates? Well, the Fed sit there and did not raise interest rates. They put a pause on it. They are talking about one more rise this year. So I'll keep you updated. A couple governors are talking about 2 more rises before next year.
Merry Christmas.
Okay. All right, and what's that mean? Well, interest rates, we expect them to dip slightly, you know, the first of the year, but they're not going to go back down to those 6 and 5%. So if you're looking to buy now, or if you're looking to sell now. If interest rates go up, you're gonna have fewer buyers for your home. You just gave them urgency to go list with you now. Because they're going, oh, yeah, that's right. If they go up, they can't afford as much. Okay, and also stories, couple of different stories about yourself. You need to include some personal stuff about you so they get to know you. Okay, and it doesn't have to be, you know, hey, I'm a member of Alcohol Anonymous, you know, where it's something embarrassing, okay? But again, share different things you like Jeff Yarborough. I mean, he's got 2 little French bulldogs, they're just so cute, they can run around. But again, those are kind of things that you want to share so people say, hey, I get to know that person. It's more than just someone selling real estate, it's an actual person. So that makes a huge difference for you too. They can start to relate to you. Next one is the importance of maintaining consistency and visual identity. And this is something on your TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, whatever it is, you want to stay with the same kind of branding through it. If you use a certain type of font, stay with that certain type of font. If you use infographics, you know, for little sketches, do that, but stay where you're consistent with it. When it pops up, they know it's you. The same kind of thing as your website. It should mirror your website. So if they see you on one of the social media platforms and then go to your website, this is Adam Dowell's website. Let me go back. If I get it to work here. I mean, what he does is he sells lakefront property under resorts in New Hampshire. Okay, and he's got 20 teams and they all have different areas that they work throughout New Hampshire. And he's a top Keller agent there. So he can go through and he sold, his latest one was like a $14 million sale, which was a multiple boat house, guest house kind of thing, in the big house. I think it was overall 10 bedrooms in it. but it's a $14 million. But again, you can see all of his pictures are about the lake here. Is what he's got. So that's what he's looking for. And again, he talks about this right here for his luxury homes. He worked out a deal with him, and he does a great job building up what we call our allied resources. So he actually makes a conscious effort to get to know financial advisors, estheticians, anybody dealing with high net worth individuals, luxury car sale people, jewelers. So all those types of people he wants to reach out to and have a relationship with so that they refer him business. But he does a great job of that. We actually have that recorded on another one. If you guys want, I can send that to you so you can see it. But it also talks about his luxury marketing. What's an expert? He's got a little video there. And of course, you can tell he's got on YouTube there. And that was part of that $14 million one he just sold. But you can see it's just a real clean looking website. He's got his team on there. And you can go to the individual team members here. He just wants to show you that he's a big group and he can take care of it. So again, we're going to be coming up with the agent website soon. So start thinking about that and then get with Evan. He can kind of help you put those things together too. Okay. Because if you've got a certain look that you want, start grabbing your pictures. You can go to several different websites like FreePix that are online. Pexels is also another one where you can download pictures. You can use them commercially, and you don't have to worry about copyright. Okay. The other ones you can actually buy the rights to too. But that'd be one aspect of it. I've got some other websites here too, like kwrealtybrentwood. Hers is all about high rises because you see her in front of these windows. We're just looking out over and okay, it's just wonderful. So you go, oh, that's so cool. Then she's got other ones where she's actually down the streets in New York going to little shops and stuff. But she's always dressed in the nines on it. And then you got Preview Nashville Real Estate. This is Paula Heingartner's, and she's got hers built more towards her services she provides. She's got some luxury homes on there, but hers are more geared towards the experiences she provides her client. And that's what she almost always posts towards. Now, one of the things you want to do is plan for your engagement. As you pick your social media platform, how are you going to engage your clients? Okay. YouTube, you're going to have comments and you're going to be able to communicate back with them through YouTube. Okay. Facebook is, of course, really easy because, you know, they're going to comment on it or they're going to like it or something where you can look it up and respond back to them or send them information. Hey, if you want more information on this, you know, send me a DM. If it's TikTok, I don't know about that as much. I mean, I'm sure you can comment on that too. If it's Instagram, same kind of thing there. But again, for those you want to say, what's going to be my system for going through and checking out the comments to put them into my CRM? Because it's great that you comment, it's great you get this many views, this many followers, but you need to translate that into deals. And you do those by conversations. And you can't do it through text messages and stuff. You actually have a conversation. And if they're a big follower of yours and you actually reach out to them, how cool is that? You go, oh, I can't believe you called. I follow you all the time. Okay. And then also sharing notes or systems. This is something that says, hey, if you want my notes from attending this conference I was on the real estate market coming up, let me know and I'll send them to you or share them with you. The other one is QR codes. One thing is if it's going to be seen more on the phone, it's really tough for a QR code. You just need to have a link. If it's something like on Facebook where it's going more desktop, like an email or something, QR codes work out better. Okay. If it's a flyer, QR codes are great for that. Okay. But think about how you're going to get that information into your CRM so they can start to be there. And then what's your way for followers? If it's, hey, we're going to be doing a prize, you know, for 6 people to comment on this. You get to reach out to them. And you reach out to them and talk to them and say, hey, congratulations, you won. I need to get some information so I can send you this gift card from Starbucks. So again, now you get their address, you get their email. So again, you can convert those to contacts. Does that make sense? But again, this is a big part people miss. They say, I got this great following on social media. But again, you have to put it in where you can follow up and have a conversation. The other part, if you're doing paid advertising, you need to have what's your expectation of return. You can spend tons and tons and tons of money on Facebook advertising, sponsoring YouTube channels, you know, where you move up on the rankings and stuff like that. But you really need to take a look as far as what's gonna be your budget. And there's so many ways to do it free first, is I would recommend you do it that way until you feel good about the product that you're putting out. After you feel good about that, then take a look, all right, how do I take this to the next level where I can really build on this momentum? Because you want to look at what's your lead cost. And then also your closed transaction cost. And this is something you need to track as you go through, like I've got these people I got from social media. And I close 2% of those. On average, it takes 15 to 16 months to close, which is about the same as internet leads. Okay, if that's the case, then what can I do to amp up closure rate? You know, so my close rate goes up, or how can I get that cost down? Or how can I target that more where I don't have to pay as much to still get the same amount of leads? And that's why you're keeping up, but have some type of follow-up system where each quarter you're going back and saying, all right, let me see how much have I grown this following? How many people are subscribing to my channel, following me? Or how many people am I friends with now on LinkedIn, never seeing the messages? And then how am I connect with them? Great thing about LinkedIn is they tell you a lot of times when people's work anniversaries are, you know, email, say congratulations, or start a conversation that way.
I don't use social media necessarily to gain clients. I use it as sort of a resume.
Okay.
So that when I have clients, friends, family, referrals, acquaintances, whatever it is, they have something to look at to let people up.
I think that's great,
So
but I
I-
wouldn't use it for that though. Ken Prozac, he built his business that way.
Yeah, like I wouldn't necessarily worry. I don't worry about my return so much as does it have an impact on what my current or potential clients see that I can pull up.
And again, that's why you want to take a look as far as with that, what are you trying to accomplish? And I always look as far as if I invest time into it, there's a cost in that, even if it's just my time. So with that, I want to be concerned about what my average hourly wage is. And is that something later that I can leverage off to someone so that they can do it? Like my VA, they do all my social media posts. If you see all my posts, I don't do a lot. Unless it's about meeting my grandbabies or something like that, okay? Those I do. But again, she does all the business posts, but again, I want to leverage that out. And again, I get people that are looking at those. That's what I want to sit there and leverage. But have some type of tracking form where you can actually see that, like if it's for your resume and stuff, how many times are they viewing that when I send it out to people? Because you can see the number of views on YouTube or other ones as far as business.
It pulls all of your numbers for you.
And that's the best way to do it, because we've got a business page also, and then also they'll give you comments and stuff like that. But again, those are kind of things that you want to take a look as far as how do you track that? And then also put guidelines on as far as this is what I want to achieve, because we want to begin with the end in mind. We're going to talk about that in just a second. And another thing you can do to leverage social media is have other experts in the field. Okay. If it's on cooking, say, you know what, I hired someone to come in and make me breakfast and interview them and say, well, what are you doing here today? So that's kind of neat to do. Not everybody does that. Okay. Or if you're staging a home, then say, all right, let's talk about, you know, lighting today. And you bring a lighting expert in and say, why would you change the lighting of this? Or what do you think of the lighting in this room? So it's more specific, not just the colors and stuff, but some of those technical aspects of it. Or what type of things do you do to help this type of home with internet, or maybe security, or how do I tie all the electronic devices together? Is it just an Alexa system? Is there something else we should be looking at too? What are my other options? And what that's going to do is it's going to create more followings too. You look at Bob Dylan, he always had experts. He already knew everything about the house, but he had different people he would ask, and people would get intrigued by it. You know, because you go in just a little bit in depth, and that's what hooks people in.
Or just reshare their stuff.
Oh, and that
I
also
find
comes
every
with
really fun.
algorithms and all that stuff. It's all
One of
about,
the cool things though is when you tag with the other people that follow them,
right,
Right.
they're
Yeah.
gonna come see you.
Right.
You're getting cross-platform with them.
I know Garden. Like big names, like you can get like really good. If
you like garden stuff, you guys need to talk to Lisa Wright.
Oh, I was saying I in a garden.
Have you seen her garden?
Oh, I know.
No,
Oh, I'm sorry.
I don't garden.
Oh, well, Lisa does. It's
Yeah.
amazing what she does.
Wow.
She does like these little sections of the yard, which is like a separate room.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, people love going over there, even the kids. So it's so cool. But again, anything you have like that. Another one is take a look at your associated resources. People that you want to send clients to you, have them on there and ask them some questions. Hey, on this house right here, you know, what would they be looking at for insurance? What are some concerns I should have? You know, if it's an insurance person or if it's an investment person. Okay. What are things that you've been doing on the stock markets? We were looking at real estate. The other part about building wealth is through the stock market. Tell us what you're seeing there. And again, you're gonna get that cross reference. Also, because you're putting them in front of people, they appreciate that. And again, that's gonna develop that relationship more with you for the group for business to you. And vendors you have. You want to promote your vendors. Because when you need something that says, oh my gosh, we need to paint this door because I gotta have pictures tomorrow. And you call Jimmy, your painter up. Says, I can't do it. I need you to come out and do this thing for me. And then we're out to do things like that. Then for a big driver to fix you up.
Everybody else should have it. Probably those or something.
Another one is metrics to track. And these are things that you're gonna put down what's gonna be important to you. If it's as a resume, then how many people are viewing this, you know, after I talk to them? Do they go back and look at it? Because you know what your numbers are, so you kind of see that. It's also your comments. What leads are you getting from it? The reactions you're getting. My daughter, she's real big into doing social media stuff. She's taking a stab at being an influencer out in California. And she's telling me all this stuff. And says, yeah, I'm up to this, you know, somebody's paying me to promote this type of product and stuff. So it's amazing that you've got all this stuff, and she's talking about all the different metrics and stuff. So tracking your items is gonna be really big, just like what Jacob mentioned. I mean, he needs to get so many views, then he can kick stuff in a different algorithm now. But know what those are so you can start tracking them. And then figure your budget. Again, I would start with 0, but whatever you put in for your budget, you need to put down, I need to get this return for it. And it goes back to any financial advisor, you listen to Dave Ramsey or anybody, they're gonna say, every dollar you have, you have a name on it. Okay, and I'm gonna put this dollar in, and I'm gonna get at least $10 back from it. So if I put $500 in, I wanna get a closing where I get at least $5,000 back from it. So look at those kind of things too. And one of the things you can figure is make profit a line item. And if you haven't read the book, Profit First, he actually talks about making profit a line item. So I need to make this much money to cover my bills. So that's an expense line right there. And he said, all right, how much do I have to have in sales? What are my other expenses? But this number doesn't change. Okay. And if you have an extra, that's great. You can either invest that in the business or you can take that as a cash out. But by having profit as a line item in your business, it will totally change the way you think about your business. Then put down your timeline for implementation. I mean, when do you want to be live and up and going? Like, I'm going to sit there and put out my Monday got to a point. She said, I'm going to do 2 TikToks every week. One's going to be on my business, one's going to be more on my personal stuff. And she said, all right, how can I do that? What she does is they shoot a whole bunch of stuff in one day. So she batches her time. But again, she had to put a timeline to that. And she also, before they even met to do those, they have to think about what they're going to be talking about. So that way they go into it and they already have a plan. And then if it's for the month, it stays consistent throughout the month, what they're talking about. If it's a big home, maybe that you're going to preview, you're going to break it down. We're going to talk about kitchens. We're going to talk about baths here. They're going to talk about the living rooms. They're going to talk about bedrooms or curb appeal. But that way you can break that down over the week and then have your timeline for it. Say, all right, my time to plan out my social media is going to be on this day or the next month. And I'm going to meet with my person that's going to help me do the videoing or put the information together. You'll put that together at the same time too. And then what are going to be your key milestones? Because as you get ready, what are those milestones going to be? And so I'm going to practice. I'm going to shoot 3 videos. And the thing is, you're gonna say, I'm just gonna shoot 3 videos in individuality. I may delete them in a week or right after I post them, okay? But I'm gonna shoot 3 videos because it's like anything else. As you get practice, you're gonna get better and better at what you do. So it makes a difference. Just by shooting 3 videos, it'll help you. Just like what you said, you spend all day trying to do one.
Yeah.
But once you get that one down, then the next time, you only took half a day.
So about 8 hours, it's a bit.
So it's way down, okay? But you're gonna get better at everything you do, okay? And that's the whole point about setting those milestones up, because you're putting stuff out there, and you may look at it and says, no, I mean, that's horrible, sorry I did it, you're gonna leave, you're gonna look at it maybe a year later and say, oh my gosh, that was so bad, but it's okay, because you were learning, all right? Nothing comes out right the first time.
And people like that anyway, like you were just saying, authenticity. Yeah. People don't wanna see a polished perfect. I don't think so.
Yeah.
Polished, perfect, fake.
They wanna
Oh,
see
they
that
obviously
you
rehearsed this 25 times before they, you know, that's going
My
back. to-
Instagram, I did a live this morning with my daughter in the parking lot, and I was like, you know, my little sister just wants to say hi, and she was like, what do I say? You know, on
Yeah,
live.
yeah,
Like, just wait, it's okay, like,
Yeah.
it's fine, but I'm still not super comfortable being,
Yeah.
you know,
If
so
I
my
can.
7-year-old is like, what do we do? Like, I don't know.
People
And I
like
mean,
that though.
Yeah,
They-
that, I
they just-
mean,
they wanna see real.
right, and I
Everything's so
mean,
fake now.
that's what I wanna see.
Yeah.
The worst is when you're like following someone, then you realize that they're not at all what they actually
Well,
are.
exactly, exactly.
And one of the things to look at too is that they wanna see that you're relatable, and they wanna see your personality come out.
Right.
So that's perfect, but well, what do it say?
Yeah.
And by you saying, just say whatever, just wave at it.
Yeah.
That tells them what type of person you are too.
Yeah.
And again, being in front of the camera, I'm not comfortable with that either.
Mhm.
But the whole thing is I'm more passionate about getting the information out.
Right.
So, okay, you gotta look at me, but I'm gonna try not have you look at me too much. I'm gonna show the house, okay?
Yeah.
But again, those are things that you just do and you get over that. Because people are used to.
Mhm.
I mean, if you're looked at old newsreels, you may not have seen these before, like Walter Cronkite, he was not a babe to look at. Okay, but everybody tuned into it because
Paid for
he was
radio.
passionate about what he delivered.
Yeah.
And that's the whole thing, is that if you're passionate about it.
Yeah.
They just said, well, that's just the way it is, but man, I like listening to it. Okay, so it does make a difference on that. Next one is your next steps. This is what you're gonna be doing when you leave today, because whenever you start a new project, you do one thing that day. If not, you may not get through it. So one of these things, one is list what your primary end goal is. What would that be? Would it be to increase your engagement? Would it be having a way to have people engage with you in your posts? What would that one be? Then do just a brain dump. And the reason we do the end goal and you do a brain dump, I could do all these different things. Like I could type Pinterest into all these other sites, or I can, you know, take pins and stuff. Put everything in a brain dump. Just I do this, and maybe 6-7 pages and stuff. That's cool. Okay. Then you can start taking a look at everything and list the pros and cons of each one of those. Would this be positive, or would it be just too labor intensive to do? And then ensure everything that you're doing is going towards that end goal. Because it could be something that, man, it'd be great to do, but it's really not in the ledger. So that's a later deal. But list that one end goal, and that's the first thing you need to do. What's that end goal for my social media? What's that going to look like? And then once you do that, the rest you can start going through, start putting together. And again, just do one video, one Instagram, one post, whatever it's gonna be. Okay, questions or comments? And one of the things you do is, once you come up to it, when we have Rachel Adams on next week, ask her questions. Okay? Because she'll tell you how she broke it the lecture too.
Have y'all done the luxury training?
Is it the,
You have to earn into
Yeah.
KW luxury.
Right, you have to be.
You have to
No.
do 4 transactions in the luxury price range for that county within 2 years. Okay, and you earn into it, then you can be part of KW Luxury where it has a Facebook group, you also get some different perks, if you want to use the logo and stuff. You can also do Pro, which is an extra $250, I think, per month, which gives you some different aspects of it too. And then it also will have different events around the country, like they've got a luxury symposium going on later this month in Phoenix. But there's different things you can do for that too, and then you can also get into different training board, like they have the certified luxury home marketing specialist you can do too.
And you don't always have to advertise yourself as like. Sometimes people see it. I've lost clients because they're not lost them, but.
And Jeanette's finale thought the same thing. What she does, I take care of those clients and make certain that they know and ask for referrals from those. And I've got team members and I say, hey, would you take care of this person? And 500,000, not 500.
Right.
There's nothing wrong with that. And you tell them too, says, hey, if you have something less, let me take care of you on that. And even Ben does, he's got a lot of high net worth individual he knows now. He still sells 12 to 24 properties every year, even running a big company. And so does Chris, his partner. They still sell real estate, which I think is phenomenal because they know what the market's like to do into it.
Oh, there we go. Yeah. Amber alert. I think that means all of our TVs are on now.
It's a wireless alert. Okay.
Jeez.